we have a lot of countries in the world today, okay? And then the economies of the world are shaking. You understand? The economies of the world, not only one country, so many worlds are shaking. Why? And also, we can only look at the examples in the past, what they did to change or develop the economy of a country, what they did, okay? Through knowledge, because they saw it, they have experience of what happened before, so they have an example. So because of that, we are sure that we can relate with what happened to change the economy, is it? Now, without knowledge, it is very difficult, very impossible, difficult to help people or to develop or to change in a family. Very difficult. Now, I'll teach you something very simple. That's business. Okay? So I'm going to read for you right there. Okay? So we're looking at administration of business. Okay? You working, many of you, you've got businesses. Some of you are doing nothing. And I hope that after this training, you will do what? You will start businesses. Okay, so we're going to look at the word intellectual capital. Now I want you to read at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. To understand the concept of intellectual capital, I want us to read together, okay? 1, 2, 3, go.
To understand the concept of intellectual management, first it is important
To define the term intellectual capital.
intellectual capital can be defined as an organization
Over a use of knowledge, creativity, decision making, and how these three concepts contribute to its success. Go on. The process of intellectual capital management is the oversight of its intellectual resources. I want to explain that to you. Whenever we want to start a business or anything, what we do first is we look for capital, right? The money, is it? We talk about the money. Every time I need the money for this business. I can't do it without money. But look at that. We're not looking at the money right there. Intellectual capital has nothing to do with finances. These are great people coming together, creative people coming together to make something from nothing. Do you understand? To build something from nothing. I'll give an example of consultants. Consultants don't sell any product except they give a service to people. They don't sell any what? Any product. What do? They give a service. So they'll come to you and tell you your business will fall without me. You're going to fail in business. You need to bring me on board to help you develop this business. And they'll try by all means and talk your business down where you are lacking, everything that you're doing wrong. And then tell you that when they come in, they will change your business. These are what? Consultants. Now, they're not telling you that they're bringing money to your business. No. They're bringing what? Knowledge to your business. And we have so many young men, elderly people, with so much knowledge that they can give at a price. But then, we don't sell that knowledge. A man that taught me, his name was Anders Borg. He was a white man from Sweden. The man was a consultant. So he told me, Bradley, we're going to make so much money. Now, we only had an office, and I was his secretary. Okay? We're going to make so much money. I didn't get him. He tells me, draft a proposal. You see, that's one thing again. Knowledge. To work with educated people. People with what? Knowledge. Imagine it tells me, draft a proposal, I don't even know how to start. You see that? They're big problems, right? But I knew how to draft that. Okay, for companies, not one company, different companies. We copied many companies. And he told me, get the car, go and drop them there. It was about 7 days or 9 days or so when those companies began to look for the office. And contracts were drafted, and those companies made payments, a lot of money, hundreds of thousands, just for Dr. Anders Borg to come into that place and then talk like I'm talking right now. You understand? Just to talk like this. I thought about this man, how smart he was. This company paid 300,000. The council, I'm talking about the council, the government, the council, paying so much money like that just for somebody to stand in front and explain how they can manage a city. A creative man. Use of what? Knowledge, creativity, and decision making. How to be so creative. But you cannot be so creative without what? Knowledge. Do you understand? You cannot be creative without knowledge. Creativity is, I told you before, I said creativity is to generate ideas. Write it down. I taught before on this. Creativity is what? To generate ideas. Then we have what we call creative thinking. Creative thinking is to analyze the thoughts that you've generated so that you can make a what? A decision. Did you see it there? You can make what? A decision. There are people who are strong in making decisions. Some are weak in making what? Decisions. And we have a lot of people who are very weak in making what? Decisions. Give me the next slide. Next slide. Okay, thank you. Recruitment. It means, you can read at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, go. Successful companies. 1, 2, 3, go. Talented workers. Wait a minute. Successful companies and managers must continue to recruit what? Talented workers. They didn't say just educated workers. They must be educated, but they must be what? Talented. You see, a talent, it's something that a teacher cannot teach you. Okay? You could be very good in math, okay? More than the teacher himself. Because it's like a talent to you. The way God made you. You understand? You're so flexible that you understand figures much faster than your tutor at school. Okay? Now for a company, successful companies, so we can see that successful companies employ talented people. Those who are very, when you see a company so successful, they get what? Talented people to work with. These recruits or workers can be thought of as being what? Human capitals. This means that human beings can be also what? Capital. You're like an object in the eyes of business. You are a resource in the eyes of business. Do you understand? So to recruit means to announce, you come. It's not to employ, it's to recruit. See the difference between employing somebody and recruiting somebody. It's not the same thing. To recruit is what? Just to call them come. We have this opening, we are teaching on this, or we are giving a job on this. Then we recruit, we don't employ yet. Next slide. Selection. At all times, company leadership should manage with the proper mindset so that the process of selecting workforce talent becomes easier. Now, after you pick these people, what follows? Selection. Is it? You will now select people that you're going to work with. They'll come in numbers, a lot of them, but you have to choose who should stay. Now, I want to show you how easy it is to become very rich, very successful. And I tell you, the truth is, only a rich man can teach a poor person to become rich. It's a fact. And I'm not a poor person, okay? When you've got a poor father who's telling you how to become rich, don't listen to him. Because he doesn't know how to become rich. It's evident that if he knew, he would be rich at that moment. Are you with me? Now, if he's telling you, my son, if you want to be rich, listen to me. No. You hear me? Because if you listen to him, you will end up like him. And I mean not disrespect. No matter how much you love your dad, you see, riches don't choose how much you love your father. There are so many ladies who are so in love with their parents, and they wish their parents were so rich. But listen, riches don't choose. Don't look at faces. Haven't you seen a lot of ugly girls so rich, living large, and beautiful girls so dumb and poor? Because riches don't look at faces. Do you understand that? Don't look at what? Faces. So, many years ago, I wanted to start a business. And I had no money. And I was so proud because I knew that was easy for me to start. It was easy. I was born smart, I knew it. Okay? So life was a bit hard and I thought, okay, I think it's time, let me do this. I didn't go around looking for capital, give me money so that I can do this. I knew that would not work. Because no one is going to give you money without watching over that money. So I knew it, people are not dumb. So I went to a friend of mine. I said, how many computers do you have? He said, I've got 4. I said, okay, what do you do? He said, it's a cafe. That's nice. Look, give me 1 computer this side. You use these computers. I'll use this one. I've got 50 students, and I'm going to bring them to come and learn. So 1 hour each. 11 hours in a day, right? So 18, is it? So the man says, okay. And I told the man, I said, let's sign a contract right here. So it's 70 against 30. I take 70%, you take 30% because you're building your computers. The man said, oh, that's nice. It's a good deal. I drafted the contract. I said, sign here. He signed. That's my strength. See that? Because I was not stupid, even though I was a boy. So now I made flyers. I went in the streets, began to give out the flyers in the streets. That was in Lusaka. I was somewhere 18 or so. 17 or 18, somewhere there. Because I bought my first car when I was 18. So I was maybe 17. Okay? So I gave flyers in the streets by myself. And people came from everywhere. I put the address of that very location. You hear me? People began to go there, pay the money. And the man was honest. Your people are coming. Because I told him, I've got people who are coming to pay for these programs. And I'm the one teaching. You see, I'm a resource. I was teaching pastel accounting. That's the first program I was teaching. Vision 5.5, pastel accounting from South Africa. A lot of bank managers, directors from the bank, they wanted to learn accounts through pastel. And I'd put pastel in 1 computer. And I told the person, you come at 8 to 9. I told the other one, okay, you can be together at 8 to 9, you're 2 of you, that's fine. The other one, 10 to 11. Within a month, I had so much money that the owner of the shop, when dividing the money, he was bitter. But he tried to divide the money. 3 months down the line, he told me, I can't do this anymore, the percentage is too much, we take 50-50. Within that 3 months, I was buying my own computers and keeping them. See? Because I knew how people operate. After 3 months, he tells me to say, look, if you can't take 50-50, we go our separate ways. I said, look, my brother, when I came here, you had no money. You were struggling. You couldn't pay rent. Things are okay now. He said, no, 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 no. I pay electricity, my computers, my words, my building. What's wrong with you? You are greedy. Let's do 50-50. I said, no. He tells me then, 3 months from now you have to leave because I designed the contract that it can only close within 3 months. Okay, if he tells me today, he gives me 3 months. I said, okay, fine. So I left. I took my computers and the money I made in that 3 months to permanent house in Lusaka. Since that time to today, I've had that office in Lusaka when I left that man. Think about it. Now listen, I've always told you that how you start, it doesn't matter. How you start the business doesn't matter. You understand that? It's where you are going with it. Not how you start, but where you're going. So when you select the guys you're going to work with, when you choose this weapon, because these guys that you're choosing, talented guys, are your weapon in business. They could be your children, could be your friends, your brothers. These are your greatest weapon. You see, Indians, they choose their own people. That is why they prosper. Their brothers, their cousins. In Africa, it's hard for us to choose our own brothers or sisters or wives because they'll take advantage of you. Africa loves poverty. When you try to take an African person out of our poverty, they will hurt you for that. You see that? Because they have been in it for too long and they don't want to be comfortable. Can I have an interpreter? We have a number of Congolese. Where is my interpreter? Can we have an interpreter? Get a chair, come here. Put an interpreter there, you start. Okay, so when you choose this team of yours, you have a team to go with. You are going to war because you know that. I said my interpreter, where is she? Hey, excuse me. I like a voice of a lady. You know, how are you? Bonjour. Comment tu vas? Avez-vous déjà mangé? Ah, see. Give him a seat. No, let him sit right there. Not there. Get a seat. Get him a seat, quickly. No, sit. Get him a seat. He can sit right there. Yep, get him a seat. While you're standing, give him a microphone. Don't rush, okay? Just interpret the way I say it, all right? Good. All right, so when you choose your team, this team that you're going to choose is very important to you. Put the mic close. It's on? This team is so important. You cannot prosper without a group of people to operate with. You cannot. I can't hear him. Go increase the sound for his mic. Okay, so you're going to need a strategy. Now you see, the job people don't like is a job where you say, go in the field and give flyers, or go in the field and work. People don't like that. Because a lot of African people want to sit down in a chair, be in an office, and then just push buttons and get paid. You know that, right? You know it, right? So they like that. Now it is wrong. There's no money in sitting down and pushing buttons and money coming. That kind of magic doesn't exist. You understand? It doesn't work. The money is in the field. The money is in the field, in the people. You have to follow the people. These people have the money. You can test your mic. Okay, these people have what? The money. From Masala, from Pamosi, from Mitengo. You have to knock on their doors to get the money. Now you're going to need a team to work with to get these guys. Otherwise, the money will not come. Selection. What kind of people are you working with? Interpret. Did you switch on your microphone? Hello. Don't be scared. Do it. Because I want some people to understand. Okay? So I talked about strategy. I talked about what? Choosing a great group of people to work with. You have a business. You got a business. How many people do you work with? 5. Speak louder, be loud. Can you hear him? Congolese, can you hear him? They can't hear you. You can hear him? They're saying no. Okay. Listen. You have 5 people, right? That you're working with. Are you happy with them? You're very happy with them. Okay. Me too, I've got people I work with, a lot of them. But I have ugly ones and beautiful ones. He says he has one. You have one, an ugly person. Okay. So those who are ugly are those that don't listen to you. When you say we're going this direction, they say no. Why? We should go this way. You say, listen to me. Let's do it this way. Say, no, we can't do it that way. Please, I'm the one who's guiding you. Follow what I'm telling you. They don't want to hear you say anything. But when time comes when they need money, they come humble to you. Say, sir, look, I need the money. These are ugly ones, right? Now you need to be patient with those people because what you want is a talent from them. You understand? It's a talent from these people. Next slide. Training. I love that part. Training. When you pick this team, you've recruited them, then selected them, you will need to teach them. Whether you are selling bananas, okay? Whether you're selling tomatoes, you have to teach these people how to sell tomatoes. You say, hey guys, this is a hard business, but look, you stand like this, be bold, talk to your people, tell them, hey, I can sell you this. This thing will help you in this way and in that way and that way. You tell your team how to sell that product. Tell them your expectations. And God help you if you choose only good people. You do what? You train them. You have passion to teach your team. And let me tell you, you will go through hell. You go through fire with these people. As you teach them, they'll rebel against you. They'll decide they'll not believe in it. Now, pick those who believe in you so much. Not to believe in the business. No. They must believe in the person, the owner of the business. You understand that? You train those people. Effective training. Effective training. No wonder you see banks every time they say, oh, we have this program. We have this program. We're going to meet at this place. They're going to teach them the way I am teaching you. So from here, you can rent an office. You hear me? You can rent an office from today. Go in town, look for an office, rent that office. And then put a sticker, we're employing. See guys come to you, women. A number of them, they will come to you. Then tell them, we're going to do this. With no money. Because they have to bring the money, these guys. Do you understand? When you teach them. Next slide. Next. Logistics. How is it that you have a good company, yet you're not making money? How is it? How? You have a nice company, but you're not making money. How is that? There's something wrong with you and your team. How that people take important things as nothing everywhere. Why? You, with one woman, a wife, you were struggling. And you see, I've always told you that what destroys your business is when someone is talking you down. And you let that happen for too long. You're with a woman or your brother, you're staying with your brother who talks you down. And you've been there still for too long. Why? You're trying to lift people who are trying to take you down, and you were there for too long. What would you do that? Because you'll be growing, and now you are 30, now you are 35, you are 37, you are 40. Show us what you've done. You're only showing people a 2-bedroom house and living room and toilet and everything, and say, at least I have a house. You're a poor man. You have nothing. You see that? And that's exactly what our parents have been doing, telling us all these stories that you build a house, you stay with your family and your wife. That's wrong. There are people that are so rich, young men so rich. What's wrong with those people? Why you? Here in your mind, you love to suffer, which is wrong. Logistics is the management of the flow of goods between one point of origin and the point of consumption in order to meet some requirements. For example, customers and what? Corporations, right? To look for clients, like we found you. We went in the streets. That's logistics. We looked for you and we brought you. These are results. Last year we had conferences like this. How many? 19, 18, right? 18 in 1 year, meetings like this. 18. Because I taught my team how to function, and it just can't accept failure. I can't accept it. I get sick to the point that I feel like, what's happening to me? If a thought of failing gets into my mind, a thought of failing. Now, I don't know how people live with no money in their account, zeros, and they're just comfortable and say it's fine. No competition, no driving force to go ahead to look for the money. It's just like that. Do you know what we can become if we believe that if we continue doing a good work for a long time, that good work will produce success? See, let me explain this. You have a shop, you sell or maybe sugar, whatever stuff you're selling. If you sell in that shop for a long time, the shop itself will begin to respond back to you. If you stay there long enough. You know, I've been doing this since 2004. At the time, I never had a passport. At the time, I never traveled to any country. It is my consistency in business that made me what I am today. You understand? My consistency in business and my character in business and my faith, believing that above me there's only God. So I go to Kenya, I go to Nigeria, to Nairobi in Kenya with my bag, with a motive to open a business in a strange country. Do you know what that is? Do you have a feeling? You leave this country, you go to another country, you don't know anybody in that country, and you're going to open a business in that country. What are you talking about? Before I die, oh God, let me do this. Let me do this. I'm going to the United States of America. I will do this. In July, I'll be traveling to the US. Having that passion. And let me tell you, if you look at me, you say, yeah, you can do it. You have it in you. You can do it. You look like you can do it. No, I am exactly like you. The difference is the way I reason, the way I see things. That's the difference. You had 15,000. Where is it? What did you do with it? In a month, You were found with 5,000. Where's the 10,000? You ate it. You ate the money. Yes, you don't have it. We give you 4 days, 5 days. You remain with 1,500. You are a failure. That's what you are. Why were you not afraid? You're supposed to be afraid to destroy money. You understand that? You're supposed to be afraid to destroy your life, your future. It's like you have maize, okay? I've been to my village before. Let me tell you something. All right, I've been there. I've been down deep in my village. I've been there. Don't hear my English. I've been there. I've lived there. I speak so many languages. Many of you may not know. Okay? I've been there. Those hashed houses, I've slept there. I've gone to the farm with my people. I've studied how they survive. You come all the way to the city and you watch men. I didn't say I grew up in the village, by the way. Let me correct that. Okay? I just went there when I grew up. I said, okay, let me go and see. All right? But then look, you have men that make money, 5,000. You work in a month, you get 5,000. You should be rich with 5,000. You should be what? Rich with 5,000. 5,000, you should be rich. Only 5,000. You should be a rich man today. A friend of mine, her name is Augusta from UK. I was in the office some time back. She said to me, I need to go home and I need some transport, but I don't have money. I said, okay, I'll give you. So I gave her more money than the money I was supposed to give her. She said to me, no, this is not your money. It's Compan's money. Give me from your money. I said, I don't have my money. What I have is Compan's money. She says, no, I'm not taking this. See how people from the UK think. You see, it's easy to squander and destroy money here in Africa. You are accountable for every money in the UK, in the United States. You must pay taxes. You don't pay tax. You don't pay tax. You pay tax for breathing in some countries. You get a job, you must pay tax. You buy something, you must pay tax. Not that someone is going to pay for you. You will pay it yourself. You will know that I'm paying right now. That is why people commit suicide in America whenever they lose their jobs. You can become very rich. Say with me, say, I'm a success. Say, I am a success. I can do anything. I can do anything. I believe in you. And I believe in what I've just told you today. And I know that you become different people tomorrow. When you hear someone minister to you like this, understand that listening and doing are not the same things. You hear me? Hi. We can hear someone tell you something and not do it. It means you didn't hear. Understand? But when you do it, it's proof of what you heard. Okay? Open your businesses today. Start your business today. Those children that you have, they're looking up to you. Your parents, your brothers and sisters, they look up to you. They believe in you that my brother is there. You're coming from this side with nothing. They'll run to you. And you come with nothing. It should hurt you. Have that challenge in your heart. You understand? Have that challenge. I grew up with I don't want to say that stepmothers are not good, but I grew up from that kind of a background. I've never said that before because I don't want her watching me and say, will you go on social media and say I'm not a good man, I'm not a good woman? No. But I came from that kind of a situation. You understand? So when I saw my sisters go through so many problems, my young brothers, I had a passion. You understand? I said I'll become rich. I will help them. So you should be that way. You should be that way. Every time we start out with passion like that, Only God can stop us. People cannot stop us. Do you understand? People cannot. You know the fights I have fought in my life to be here, to do this. And the people I work with, they know that I love doing this. It's my passion. There are those who don't like me because I do this. But there are those who like it that he does that. He's a good man. And I know that if you listen to me for a long time, if you stay with me for a long time, you will become great. I know it. You become great because you are what you hear. You are made by words. You can only be built, changed, developed as a person by the amount of words you have heard. You will be poor with nothing because that's what your mind is all about. I have made money from places people say there is no money there. I've gone there and I've made the money. A lot of money in dollars. In places people say there's no money. Lusaka is hard. I don't like Solwezi is hard. Chingola is hard. I have gone to those places and I've made so much money from those very places. Why? Well, a lot of you, look, when you don't make money, your shoes will finish, your shirt will finish, your suit will finish. You understand? You will look bad. They will chase you if you're renting. They will chase you. Get out of here. You will go stay somewhere else with your uncle. My Lord. So you stand against those things by working. By every time training your mind to do something. Every time I sit, I want to do something. In my mind, I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to try that. I want to try that. I call people, come, let's sit down. Let's talk about this. It's about money. I have a question for you. What if you make all the money? Then what? You've made all the money. You're a happy person. Then what? Then what? Everything is what? It's like you worked for nothing. Is it? Because the time will come you will die, right? But look, your life can have a purpose. You can stand here like I'm standing and teach the African people to become successful. So it goes beyond the money. It's more about the people. Have you seen that? If I teach you for a long time and you teach others for a long time, a dirty Africa will become a clean Africa. Do you understand? Because information has power. We are going to different countries and I've got people I work with. All right? And this is a message to the people I work with. I have a plan for you. If I work with you, I want you to believe me. I have a plan for you. A plan for your life. Each one of you. I come in contact with you. I have a dream for you. I have hope that you could be this, you could be that. I believe that we can take over the world. I believe that. When taking over the world, you don't start by taking 5 countries at a go. No. You start by taking one country, another country, and another, and you keep going. That's how it's done. And with your small bodies, your small looks, you can take over a nation as simple as you are. You can be in one nation representing world-class education, one single nation, and in that nation, the nation has got different counties and states and provinces. You can open branches in those states and provinces, one person. It's like water, all right, in the ground. You can pour water right here. Keep watching the water. What will happen? It will keep on going and going. And there's no stopping that water until it is done. That's what I believe. And if you're a student of mine, I believe that you can join us. Join me, become a member Okay? Not just becoming a student, become a member. Join my movement. Join my movement, because this movement needs people. It's not one man's work. It needs people. If I say, Brother Dawood, go to Dubai, you can make it in Dubai. Because I see that that's a country for Muslims, right? And I look at him, he's a sheikh, and say, Sheikh Dawood, what do you think about Dubai? And if Sheikh Dawood has got the zeal, you understand? It's about the zeal. I can do it. I can do it. Okay. Here's the visa. Let's go. You understand? And then you get to Dubai from Ndola in the capital, Dubai. And let me tell you, it won't show on your face that you came from Ndola. It won't show. You just take the vision and dump it there. It will work. You understand? It will work. I've gone to countries with the idea, I dropped it there, and people loved it. They looked at me, they didn't say, you're from this country, you're from that country. No. Are you with me? So I believe in each one of you here. Let us work together. Let's become what we can be, as great as we are. Shireen, I believe in you. You understand? I believe in you. I don't underestimate women. Okay? You can do it. Stephen, I believe in you. You can do it. What I'm doing right now, what's hard? There's nothing hard, right? So you can stand here in Kenya, in Mauritius, and do it. It will work. Hello. Hello. Now you see, we look at the idea I just said right now, and we look at him the way he looks right now, and say, in Mauritius, he can make it. Believe me. Believe me, he can. I have done things with my faith. Things. You hear me? I've done things. So you can do those things. So I'm calling for people. I want to work with people. If you want to work with me and you say, okay, sir, I want to work with you, I believe in this dream, I want to work with you, I can only promise you one thing. I will not mislead you. I will work with you. I will not mislead you.